Today we're going to be learning how to roll a skein of yarn into a ball of yarn. We have these very big skeins of yarn here, and the first thing you need to do today is you're just going to pick your first favorite color. In other days this week we're going to be able to choose other colors for our project, but today just pick your most favorite color. We're going to find a skein of yarn. Some of the skeins of yarn will have a label on them still. You don't need to take that off. Leave that alone. And if you find a skein of yarn without a label, that's fine too. There are two ends to the yarn. One end goes around the outside of the yarn. That seems like the easiest choice to start with, but I don't want you to start pulling that. If there is a label, tuck that end back in. We don't want to pull from the outside end. What you want to find on either end, somewhere there will be another tail or another end. Can you see it there peeking out? That is the best place to start pulling. If you pull from there, it should come out fairly untangled and very easily from the center of the skein of yarn. This big chunk here is called a skein of yarn. So here's how we start rolling a ball. First thing to do is pull out a small pile of yarn. This will give you some yarn to start with. Now that I have my little pile here, I am ready to begin rolling. I'm going to start with holding the tail of the yarn around your 4 fingers and start wrapping it around about 10 to 15 times. Do not do this very tight, just nice and loose enough that it stays on. Gently pull it off of your fingers and take this bundle and fold it in half. Next, you're going to take the yarn and wrap it around the bundle that you folded. Again, not very tight, just enough that it stays together. Once you get that around about 10 times, give it a turn, hold your bundle, and wrap it around this way. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Turn your bundle. As you turn, you're going to need to pinch so everything doesn't come unraveled. You're going to wrap it again. Now I notice everything's starting to feel a little tight back here from the skein. While I'm pinching this, I can pull out more yarn from the center. Okay, I've got a whole bunch here. Now I can continue wrapping. Again, you want to wrap in a loose way. It's sort of a medium tension here. You want it to be tight enough that it stays, but loose enough that you're not stretching the yarn. I'm holding it, pinching, and wrapping it about 10 times or so. Then I'm turning it, holding and pinching, and wrapping some more. Turn and wrap. You can keep going from the skein if that feels comfortable as it pulls out, or you can pull out a little spaghetti pile of yarn to work from. As you notice, it's starting to really turn into that ball shape that I was looking for. About 10 times around and turn. You're going to keep doing that until your ball of yarn is approximately the size of an orange. Bigger than a baseball, smaller than a softball, about the size of an orange. Keep doing that. It will take you a while, but this will be enough for your project. Now that my yarn ball is about the right size, I'm going to get a piece of masking tape and I'm going to cover the end, cut it off, cover the end here, and then use the Sharpie marker to write your name. And we're going to be saving this. After you do this, you're going to be able to choose your next second favorite color and thinking about color theory, color scheme choices that we talked about in our class.